Epitaph for Stonehenge. These old rocks, deposited by a receding tide of enormous living faith, seem to me the last gasp of some almighty force that thundered and echoed about the isle from the highlands to Cornwall's coves, and died out here on Salisbury Plain among the monumental stones. The Advent of Venus. Venus floated in upon a shell from off the sea. Venus was fathered by the wind upon the sea in a moment of violent storm, when waves were lashed and led in terror to rape unsought, unwanted, hated. Venus is a light upon the sea, making all the waves look dim and drab in their sparkling, reflecting the shell. Venus is a jewel in the face of the waters, daughter of the sea and air, daughter of the depth and height. Venus, lovely daughter of the sea and wind, the earth attends, and mortals bow the knee, and flowers fall from trees, and blossoms springing up from soil smile to see your face and body. Fetch the crimson cloak and veil the mystery of Venus, hide the eyes and shut the windows and draw the screen before the doorway. Venus is passing by. Strange flowers. What for me she represents, I do not know. Perhaps a thoughtful frown across my face, perhaps a creasing of my lips, perhaps a smile I give to her, a joke I share, the words I do not say that might be said if I could clear my thought and tell myself to be honest with myself. I have sat here and thought of her for half an hour or more, but still I do not know my mind, nor what I think of her, nor what I might think of her. Shall I find the words to tell her that the thought is sowing seeds in my thoughtful garden, that the seeds bring forth strange flowers that have no name, blossoms so much apart from the common run of things that I cannot say how much I appreciate their scent and colour, since I have no judgment with which to judge them. Outworn Tradition. Pale images and mute reflections on the water are the latter-day poetic trust inherited from a former race. Our poetry needs fresh life and a different direction, a new way of walking up the path that leads to a decaying temple. Our poetic trust is weakened, and our poets can sing only of echoes from a lingering past that will not depart. Let us, like the ancients, bang our gongs at the deadening shadow of the dark moon that wavers across the light of the sun. Make it go, force it to withdraw, this lethargy of poetic thought and words and symbols. Let us find a new way, if there is a new way. Let Rome in flames be consumed. Let us sing the dying traditions and give them a decent burial, and then let us come away and start our lives afresh and build a new poetic bower. Brahma, Vishnu, Siva. A few glances is all I ask, a few looks longing toward me, their brief, impassioned, wordless appeal striking down my heart, striking me wholly down, stripping me thought by thought of all conceptions, all pre-arranged patterns of granite thought that in my nakedness guard me, encastle, enmote me from such a moment as this. Just one touch is all I ask. Will you touch me? Will you reach me your hand, your tender fingers, and enclasp me and destroy me and remould me like a flaming pillar burning, like a flaming phoenix rising from the ashes? Will you touch me? Will you play for me the Brahma, Vishnu, Siva of my Godhead? Situations. Here I do not know what I am. I cannot even guess at my foundations, whether in reality or the shifting soil of a violent non-comprehension that cannot differentiate the real from the unreal worlds. I suppose that things happen, even though unperceived by me, undreamt, unseen, unheard, not guessed. Where is it that I am? At a point, certainly a certain point in space, but also nowhere and beyond space and situations. This pen that writes does not know me to be the mover. So do I not know from what source my being is directed. I only know it comes from beyond me, and that I myself am beyond myself and all my comprehension.